Well, if he's in there now, he can. Whoop, whoop! Welcome back, everybody, to yet again another Getting to Know the Artist. I am your host, Wiggles, and we are here with none other than Bluntfield. We
What's
reach
up, Ninja?
way across
Yeah.
the pond for this
Oh yeah.
one. You know what I'm saying? Way over there. And we
Fuck
reeled
yeah.
him in. No, I'm just kidding. He done all the work, and I just done some searching and hunting. And he was humble enough to let me holler at him. The Sands playing the gathering. It's beautiful. Let's
Fuck yeah.
go.
Yo, yeah.
All
Thanks for having
right.
me, Wiggs. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. Without further ado, we're going to just jump right into the first question and get this thing rolling. So, what is your name? Where was you born and raised? And where do you currently live now?
Yep. So, Bluntfield, born and raised in Perth, Western Australia. Perth, for the American cats you don't know, is Monica is the most isolated capital city in the world. So it's literally the furthest away from the nearest next capital city, which is Adelaide. So it's fucking way isolated. I've heard Western Australia is compared to Texas in terms of like size, big oil kind of place. A lot of fucking cowboy types, which we call fucking bogans over here. But we got beaches as well on WA. So it's fucking awesome. That's my home. But I actually now live on the East Coast. I live in Brisbane in Queensland. Moved over during the pandemic when all that shit was getting a little crazy. WA Premier was pretty staunch and saying some pretty ignorant shit. So I was like, I needed to get out, keep explore the rest of Australia. And yeah, so right now living in Brisbane and fucking love it here,
Now,
but still make regular trips back to Perth.
without diving too much into that, did you guys hoard toilet paper too in
Yeah,
Australia?
dude. That's
Bruh,
fucking real.
I don't understand. That
Western
was the
countries don't.
craziest part about the
Yeah.
pandemic. Like, you was gonna run out of ass wipe, and as if that was the most serious thing to hoard.
Yeah,
Like,
not
what?
water. I mean, it's not like you could just fucking go in the ocean and wash off, or in the shower. You know, if you're real sloppy with it. But
You
that
know.
was bizarre, man. Fuck yeah.
Crazy. All right. So from one side of Australia to the other. Now, what is that distance in mileage from east to west?
Shit,
Or, you know what I'm saying?
man. I mean, it's about a 5 hour flight. So fucking, I'd probably say maybe California to maybe
Illinois,
maybe
mid-state,
Tennessee.
probably, or mid-country. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's a
That's
fucking mission. I think it's like it's a 7 day drive nonstop. So WA as a state
uh,
is massive. Like I think it's bigger than Texas and Alaska combined. So you could be driving north 13
damn.
hours, you're still in the state. It's fucking but yeah, a lot of outback, but most of the population lives along the coast because the beaches are fucking well,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Beautiful, I bet, man. Y'all have the most craziest, beautifulest continent or whatever country in the
Yeah.
world, but most dangerous too. You got like everything want to kill you or something out
Yeah,
there.
dude.
I'm
The fucking spiders,
crazy.
snakes, fucking in the water. Yeah, just a lot
Cayman
of
or
dangerous shit.
whatever. Yeah. Craziness. All right. My next question for you is, are you a juggalo? If so, how long have you been a juggalo, or when did you discover yourself? And then, do you consider yourself a juggalo rapper? Some people see a box, some people don't see a box, some people just don't call themselves a juggalo rapper. Maybe you don't even rap, as I know you make a little more rockish or whatever, but just give us your thought on that, the whole juggalo rapper, and then yeah, answer the.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I'd say I'm a juggalo who raps. So I'm a big wrestling fan. So my introduction to ICP was they did the WWF SummerSlam. I used to trade tape trade back in the day. So WCW, there was Deadpool with Vampiro, Raven. And I was like, fuck, who are these guys? And back in that day, it was Kazaa, LimeWire to download. So I remember the first fucking handful of tracks I got were the only ICP available tracks on there. I think it was What is a Juggalo, Rainbows and Stuff, Vampiro's theme, the Oddities theme, fucking and one more as well. There was five. Oh yeah, the netting game, which was called the fucking dating game on
Mm,
the SummerSlam.
yeah.
So that was my introduction, but really I didn't get heavy into it until maybe Hell's Pit came out, and that was my homie John in high school. He was just big on his ICP. I only had the 5 songs in my fucking repertoire, so then I did some more deeping. So that was 2004, and since then, I've been following him since.
So I know one homie in Australia. That's it. But is there really like a juggalo culture there?
There is for
or is
sure.
it like far and few and in between?
Yeah, it's far and few in between because Australia is isolated. Juggalos are already a niche kind of subculture anyway. So, but you know, you'll see a fucking hatchet man out or a juggalo. Like my homie Brett, I ran into him at a rave in fucking 2008. He had a hatchet man on the back. I just tapped him on the shoulder like, yo. And then instantly just fucking tight. 17 years later, still one of my best mates. You know, and it's just
yeah.
it's individual pockets. I think last time ICP came was actually 2013. So we've been waiting for
Mm-hmm.
12 years for the clowns to come back. And they've mentioned they might have an Aussie gathering, but that never really panned out. But I'm hoping, you know, they do that world tour that they've been talking about last couple of gatherings and they hit Australia again.
And they're gonna announce that shit for sure this year at the seminar. They're supposed
Yeah,
to,
I'm fucking
along
hoping
with the
so,
knot
for sure.
being dropped on the 12th, and like, man, I am so ready. Okay, so you
Yeah.
are definitely a juggalo. How long have you been bumping it as a kid? I mean, how did you come
Yeah.
about ICP? Like, how did
Yeah.
you?
So pro wrestling was definitely, I feel like for a lot of ninjas who are into it, if I was watching ECW at the time, I would have fucking marked out for the, you know, they appeared, IVD fucking hit him with a whip kick. He had the fucking hearing damage and
Okay,
that. So yeah, since about
yeah,
13 is when I first came across them through wrestling, but I'd say I actually really started digging into their music. I was like 16, 17. And then
right
when I
on.
graduated high school, I went to Canada for a year. Like I was living in British Columbia. And that's when music was really like, because I didn't really fucking know anyone in Canada. Music was kind of an outlet. And that's when I was going hard on fucking ICP because they had, I think, Forgotten Freshness, Volume 3 might have come out around then. They had The Calm just before the
Listen,
Tempest.
that's where it's
And
at. I
yeah,
swear people forget about the forgotten freshnesses. They only be listening to like the cards or whatever. If you go back and
yeah,
listen to all those forgotten freshness, there's some gems, baby.
man, straight up for sure. Like I fucking like the whole like Riddle Box, Terror Wheel era. That's some of my favorite stuff because big horror fan. Mikey Clark's production on that, like he was definitely the same way Muggs is to
Right.
Cypress Hill. He like Mikey Clark for ICP sound is so fucking critical to the whole Dark Carnival lore. And yeah, that's some of my favorite shit.
Absolutely. Thank you for answering. What inspired you to start making music? What was the moment that switch that said, hey, I think I can do this and I want to take it serious and start applying myself?
Man, it's pretty crazy. Like I was always just kind of fucking around since high school, making shitty beats on Fruity Loops with my boy Ronnie. We were just, you know, they were pieces of shit. I would have had like a bad accent as well because I'm just kind of imitating who I was inspired by. We're doing that for years and just kind of fucking around. I'd mainly maybe freestyle at parties drunk. Like that was kind of a way in just to kind of pop a crowd. And then fast forward to 2012, Hobson came through to Australia for his second tour. He brought up three MCs to just do like an audience decide cipher. I was like way back in the crowd, few drinks in. I was like, fuck it, man. If I can put my hand up, I see him go, you with the dreadlocks, get up here. And I'm like, shit. And like at this point,
Yeah.
yeah, hadn't written a song, hadn't had a verse. Like I'd kick it with my boys, but they'd all be writing and I just kind of sit at the back and freestyle because that was kind of my thing. It was kind of easy to do. We're just, you know, just not taking it serious or anything. Hobson's there. It's me,
Right.
these other two dudes. And yeah, I just fucking spat a freestyle. It went good. Second dude after me froze up, got booed off stage. Third dude started battle rapping, but the crowd wasn't feeling his energy. So I ended up taking that out. And then just having that as my first time on stage in front of Hobson, packed crowd, that was kind of a massive, massive dose of, hey,
Hobson
man, you
was
did this with
there?
no prep. Yeah,
Oh,
it was crazy. It was a huge boost of fucking confidence of, hey, man, like, pursue this shit. And then I kind of haven't looked back since.
hell yeah. And then who do you look up to then in the music industry? Who's some of your mentors or whatever? Who do you pull from or dead or
Yeah, I
alive?
guess.
It doesn't matter. Just give me a few
Yeah.
people that you inspire by.
Yeah. Well, off the top of the head, it would be Cypress Hill, ICP, Tech Nine, Redman, Sage Francis. In Australia, you got Bliss and Esso, Seth Century, Downside. Just yeah, mainly I guess I'd say influenced by conscious hip hop, cannabis activism, anyone who's really hard into their horror or pro wrestling, and essentially psychopathic is all of that. Like it's all the same kind of subgenre
Yeah.
interest. So I
Whoop
guess that's why I
whoop.
naturally kind of gravitated. Yeah. But all kinds,
Yeah.
man, all kinds of
Okay.
music. So I, you know, as a teen, I still love bands like Misfits, Iron Maiden, fucking yeah, whole range. I was really into my metal, and then the more I started enjoying the plant, I gravitated more towards hip hop, like the beats and stuff, and sampling and that kind of stuff. Just the art of showing what you're influenced by
Okay.
through the art of samples and references. So I try to do that a lot with my music because that's the shit that I fucking really pop for.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So the next question is: are there any current projects in the works? Is there anything
Yeah.
you're working on? Any albums, EPs, songs, going on tour,
Oh, yeah.
one-off shows?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
what's new?
For sure. I mean, ADD like a motherfucker. So it's like 7 tabs, 7 projects going all the time. I've got my solo mixtape, The Hairy Goon, coming out in October. So I'll be playing a few tracks of that at the gathering. I'm also part of a group, Coneheads, which is all juggalos. We got Zombie Prepper, East Coast Alien, Biggie Talls as a DJ. And all separate ninjas all came together through music. And then later finding out, oh, you're a ninja. Oh, you're like, what the fuck? Like, and so what I'm doing,
Right, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, just organic, like, oh, he's got a fucking great Malenko tat. Like, first time I saw East Coast Alien, we came up for a sesh. He had a fucking Violent J Wizard of the Hood flag in his room. I'm like, dude, Violent J, like, you're ninja. And then he shows his fucking Malenko tat. I'm like, again, instant homies. And then as Coneheads, yeah, we've been fucking playing shows across the country. We got a show coming up with Mr. Traumatic as well. He's a UK MC, really good. He has a conscious 420 bars mixed in with really filthy, vulgar, yeah, wordplay and shit. He's definitely worth checking out. That's the week after the gathering. So I get home from America, I get maybe
Okay.
2 days sleep. I'm just gonna fucking stay in my bed and
No
fucking
rest
freak
for the
out.
wicked, my friend.
Yeah, straight up. And then back-to-back shows with Traumatic, and that's gonna be killer. But yeah, Coneheads, we're working on our debut album. I feel like the Juggalos will really feel that shit. But that probably won't come out till I reckon our summer, so your winter.
Yeah, that's what's up. Do you guys have merch?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, yeah. So coneheads.com.au, or if you want to go through Mad Fap, yeah, we got Coneheads tees, we've got Coneheads bongs, bong mats, all kinds of shit. Where yeah, we're gonna be cranking out the merch as the album comes closer to drop, and we've got some special shit coming for Halloween too.
We're absolutely getting all of this man's links. Anything he wants you to have at the end of the stream, his social medias, his music platforms, his merchandise websites, any affiliates that he wants to acknowledge in his links of description and stuff like that. You're going to
Yep.
be able to find all of this at the top of this video. So if you are watching this on the replay, you can go check that out at the top of this video, and you can find everything you need to about this man and his band and his associate bands and everything like that. So
Yep.
do go
Yes.
check him out. Give him a follow on all of his platforms. He's taking the time out of his day on Monday, even though it's Sunday here, and
Yep.
hanging out with us because he's all the way across the pond. And he's coming across the pond to us
Fuck
to
yeah.
hang out with us at Got J. Imagine that. But
Man, can't
thank you for
fucking wait,
that.
dude. It's gonna be
Please
it's yeah.
smash.
I fucking like years of following being like, man, I'll get over 1 year. But you know, like an idea isn't shit unless you actually have a game plan and you execute it. And I'm learning as I'm getting older to execute, you have to sacrifice short-term pleasure and comfort, but then what you enjoy trumps fucking 50 days of comfort and pleasure. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
the long
it's worth the
time
sacrifice.
reward is way
Way
more.
more fruitful.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. No, I love it, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got some people hopping in here now, slowly but surely. I'm trying to give them a little recognition. Whoop, whoop. I love you,
Whoop,
motherfuckies.
whoop.
Please hit that like button. It's a small gesture from you, a big favor to me and the YouTube algorithm. It shoots it out. It gets more people in here, gets some randoms in here so they can come learn who this guy is. Maybe they might
Yeah.
like me. I don't know, whatever. But it's about him. So please smash that like button, y'all. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you guys for rolling in. I see you guys slowly rolling in. Shout outs to all of you guys. I love you.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite song so far that you have made that means something to you? Not necessarily your most popular song, but
Yeah.
a song that means something or resides to you. And I mean, it could be your most popular song, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
Um, I think maybe Strange Times, just because I wrote that during the height of the pandemic, and it was a collaboration between me and Loftois, who's a real dope producer, Rob Shaker, who's one of the WA kings of hip hop in terms of producing, and just yeah, kind of a timestamp of what's happening in the world. That was released in 2020. If you play the track now, it's pretty much more relevant now than it was in 2020. So it's something just musically I'm real proud of, and it's a timestamp in history, a track that I can hopefully look back on in 10, 20 years and be like, yeah, cool. I knew what the fuck was going on, like we're in
That's
a weird
that's
era right
dope.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the truth. Absolutely. Okay, and then what's a song that you would suggest to somebody that doesn't know who you are at all, and you're trying to get them hip to your music? And this one probably would be a little more popular, poppy, or up, or more upbeat or whatever.
Yeah, it's hard because I guess I have a few different style songs, like ones that's maybe more about the current climate, so like more conscious hip hop. I've got 420 songs, so if you're a smoker, I'd say Nature Boy 420 or Puffin' Donuts. I've got a track about taking too many edibles called Everything Goes Wrong in Edibles. That tends to be a bit of a fan favorite. But if you don't smoke, I guess my first single that kind of blew up locally was The Dark Crystal, and that was about like meth, as Perth has a really bad meth problem. And I know lots of regional places in America, meth is a pretty bad problem too. So that song was about that,
Yeah.
and that kind of put me on the map locally. So that was probably the first track I'd show to people. Maybe nowadays, I'd say Idiocracy or Die Yet is maybe a track that kind of represents what I'm about. It's real kind of dark beats and current subject matter. But yeah, it's kind of ADD. So if you're ADD and you have a fucking weird musical fucking influence, you listen to a bunch of stuff, then hopefully you'd get something out of some of the projects I put out.
Yeah, that's me. I'm ADHD, or I was attention definite hyper disorder, whatever. They
Yep,
say
ADHD. Yep.
you never get rid of it. You just learn how to control it as you get older. But I still be noticing shit.
Dude,
Um,
it's a superpower, man. You can harness it. It can also
yeah,
derail you, but if you learn what the fuck to do, then 100% it can charge you through energy wise for sure.
control it. Don't let it control you.
Yep.
Uh, Okay, realistically, where do you see yourself in 5 years, man? Do you want to be signed to a label? Are you already signed? Are you gonna just be pumping out albums still? Are you gonna stay independent? What's your 5 year game plan? If I reach out to you in 5 years and say, "What's going on, man?"
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, or what do you hope?
We're gonna be fucking talking, and ideally you'll be like, man, we're playing the 30th gathering of the Juggalos. We're going with Coneheads as a full crew. We're up from Australia. By then we'll have an album or two out. Like I'm definitely the independent route. One good thing about this era is like you don't need an album. Like you don't need a label to the whole thing was they would lend you money anyway, and then they're absolutely fucking just ripping you off hardcore, keeping you in debt. Like the major label model is fucked. The clowns have shown how
Right.
independently you can literally build your own empire. And I've never really been one to chase material. Like I'm more, I'm influenced by adventure and experiences than it is money. So as long as I can afford to pay rent and I can eat, I'm happy doing the musical nomad thing, traveling, playing as many areas as I can. And that's where I see myself in the next 5 years as
Which
well,
is
is
beautiful.
continuing
There
the
is
craft.
nothing better than being able to just travel the countryside. I mean, I guess there's might be some countries that statement sounds like it doesn't make sense, but generally, I think no matter where you are, if you can just be traveling and have that free spirit of, a way of life, that's so much better than just punching into your 9 to 5 that you freaking
Yeah.
hate, and, so
Yeah, it's the
yeah,
trade-off. It's
absolutely.
financial security, but something that doesn't nourish you on a spiritual level at all? Or are you happy kind of gutting it out and grinding, but the feeling of music and creating music and connecting with people trumps any fucking stable job, in my opinion. Like for me, for my personality, it's like I'm not gonna go well on that. I'll have a fucking breakdown in a fucking warehouse or behind a cubicle like that. I can't do that shit. So I'm gonna pursue music and keep doing what I'm doing.
Right. Okay. I don't typically ask this, but I know you want to kind of keep it in like maybe a 45-minute punch or something like that. I want to really like try to switch something up here.
Yep.
However, don't know which question I want to. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and ask this one because it makes sense. What did you want to be as a kid? Was it a singer, or maybe you wanted to be an astronaut or whatever?
I think I wanted to be an actor. Like I wanted to do performance and stuff. Like so again, like school, sitting at a desk wasn't really my thing, but performing and doing stuff like that was the stuff I'd really gravitate towards. Like as a kid, I'd write like horror stories and stuff like that, like short ones, and I'd do these drawings. And I think, yeah, I wanted to get into the horror industry as a kid, whether it's acting or writing scripts. Like I just wanted to get involved with that. And I guess I'm technically doing that on a real fucking small level when I do like horror style videos and shit. That's the shit that kid me,
Right.
reading Goosebumps and that, you know, that was my shit.
That's what's up. So then, what do you classify your music as? Like, what genre?
I'd say hip hop. I'd say that's the root. It's, you know, crisp production with Coneheads. While we're working on our EP as hip hop with producer Evil Eddie, we're also doing it with a band. So we've got live drums, bass, guitar. So we'll be doing two projects, like releasing Coneheads as a band and as a hip hop group. But for Bluntfield, I'd say, yeah, it's all original hip hop beats aside from the remixes. And that would be the root. And then I'd also pull influences from stand-up comedy, pro wrestling, and counterculture.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to make it interesting. I don't know. Do you know of any words there that like we call something that y'all call something different that just is absurd to you?
I've seen that
I
hot
don't. I
dogs are
can't.
called glizzies. I'm like, I haven't heard the term glizzy here in Australia. Like,
Ah,
so maybe that's a fresh one,
right. I
but
think that's
yeah.
that's a funny kind of thing, I guess, that has became really. I really thought it was a joke too. I'm like, when did we start calling them glizzies?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It kind of is. You call, I mean, a toilet's a toilet, right? Do you
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it a louvre or what? What
Yeah.
is they call
Usually
it
because
something? And
I think because Australia gets hot as fuck, there's a lot of abbreviations. So we'll add a Y or any like a toilet could be a dunny. Petrol station or a service station is just you know, yeah, petrol station. McDonald's is called Macca's. Hungry Jack's, which is our Burger King, is called HJ's. Like we just abbreviate shit because it's fucking hot and it's not
okay,
actually food stations, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I just didn't
Super
know if there
short.
was some crazy, bizarre differences. Is
Yeah.
So is the term juggalo is a term then? Like people
Yeah,
know, or
for
at
sure.
least some people know of juggalo, right? Okay.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
one thing
It
to
is.
know ICP. They have like millions of monthly listeners, but
Yep,
juggalo might be a little more vague of a term. Okay.
for sure.
At any rate, okay. So have you played or attended the Gathering of the Juggalos?
You did cut out then. Did you say Gathering of the Juggalos? It was blank and then
Mm,
Juggalo. But yeah, this is my first
yeah,
time, so pop and cherry. After thinking about it for
absolutely.
years, and as we were saying before it started, I would have loved to go to the Hog Rock, and it seemed like there was a special era, especially before Magic Ninjas formed and that whole split happened. Like that would have been cool because I was a big fan of Twisted as well, you know. Um, but yeah, first time this year, I'm fucking so hyped for it. It's gonna be epic.
Now, do you have a crew coming with you, or are you just solo doloing?
Fucking
Or
solo dolo, man, and I'm spewing. So, yeah, my boy ECA, we did our first American tour as Coneheads last year, and he's currently on tour managing. Like, it's a big business thing that he's got to take care of, which unfortunately runs at the same time as Gathering. So, he's spewing, and I'd love to have him there. But yeah, it's like business calls, and
so,
it's for
are
a
you getting an
dedicated purpose.
Airbnb? Are you camping, or do
Yeah,
you have like a
I'll be camping.
Ballers RV?
I
Yeah,
think next year
dude.
ballers would be dope, but I'm going Walmart tent, you know, like I've got camping gear here, and I'm
Yeah,
ready to
boy,
fucking
he's
bring
getting it in
it.
like a true
Yeah,
jug on their first gathering. That was me last year. I'm still camping this year. Like,
yeah,
don't get it twisted. A hotel or an Airbnb, if I could afford it, sounds kind of nice for the
yeah,
instant shower and
that, yeah, yeah,
just a good sleep. But I'll still go to the gym and take a shower, so I don't have to worry about the showers there on the campground. But then I still camp all night. You miss out on so much when you go back to a motel because there's the after hours parties from
Exactly.
12 to 4 a.m. and all
Yeah.
those events going down. Like, that's big moments.
Exactly. I'm accepting
So
the trade-off is I'm gonna have a shitty sleep. I'm gonna have fucking earplugs. I'll have a fucking thing over my face, pull this shit down, and people are gonna be chanting
that's
"fuck your sleep." But that's fine. It's 4 days, man. 4 days.
listen,
I'm down.
listen. That's what I was worried about too, because I need my sleep. I require more
Yeah.
sleep than the average person. I didn't
Same.
get woken up, and I put earbuds in, but I don't know if I was just that tired by the time that I crashed. Like, yeah, I didn't give a fuck, you know. I was, ow, boy. Like, what
Exactly.
woke me up was every morning, like clockwork, the heat. Once it
Yeah.
finally cooked my tin enough, boy, I was like, ah, and then climb out, and I just sit there all like dazed for a minute. Let the cool air ish like hit me. And then I'd look over and see if my homie was out or not. Like, come on, motherfucker, let's go to the gym. Let's go get the shower in. Start this day, boy. It's a good
So
shit though.
is there a gym nearby near the venue?
It's like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. It's drivable. If you didn't get a car pass and you're leaving your car in the
Yeah.
parking lot, you can just drive there.
Yeah, I'm going no car. Just fucking
Oh, you're
Walmart is gonna be my
flying.
fucking yeah. I'm going. Yeah, so I'm going flying to Columbus, and then I'm getting. I think like there's a lift for like $50 from the airport to Legend Valley. I'll swing through Walmart, grab the fucking cooler, umbrella, baby wipes, fucking $40 tent that
He's
pops up. Just fucking throw it in.
raw dogging it. But you're
Yeah,
staying the
man.
whole event though, even after
Yeah,
you
man.
perform?
Yeah, dude.
Yes, that's awesome.
Committed. It's gonna be
Awesome
sick.
shit.
But
We
yeah,
got a
tent
real
would be good
jug
too.
here from Australia, baby, and he's
Yeah.
performing. When's your set, bro?
It's Thursday, 5:10 p.m. at the Dead Nation stage. Unfortunately, it's in direct competition with the wet T-shirt contest, which is probably going to be top
I don't
five
even
most
listen.
enjoyed events,
I,
during the day. But
Yeah, maybe. They have the Queen of Cheeks contest, the wet t-shirt, and a fucking painting contest. Plus, bitches be walking around naked regardless. So, like, it ain't even that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, say what you want, but I'd rather go catch a homie set, maybe.
yeah,
So, don't be
appreciate it.
hating. People probably show up.
Yeah,
I
it's 20
definitely will.
minute set. So just like 20 minutes of power, 5:10 to 5:30.
If
Dead Nation
anything,
plays on
listen,
Thursday.
listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna pitch a tent for 3 minutes, get mine off, and then come like. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Nah.
mad though. Either way, just to be able to perform as part of the gathering is like a legit bucket list since I started doing music. So the fact it's happening is still kind of
Absolutely.
mind blowing.
Gusto IRL is an artist that I just interviewed the other day. Hello, homie. I appreciate you return viewing. I don't have that happen too often, so you had yours and you came, and now you're showing this dude some love. We appreciate you around this motherfucker. Whoop
What up,
whoop.
Gusto? Fuck
That's
yeah.
what's up. All right. Have you met anyone famous to you? So I have met the clowns. I have met Ouija Mac. I go into the gathering. You're gonna meet artists just walking around. Obviously, you're an artist yourself. You've done gigs
Yep.
and so on and so forth. So I'm not gonna take away from artists, but I like to answer this question with I have met Polly Shore, which is a
Fuck yeah.
comedian.
Buddy.
So
Yeah.
yeah, right. So I ask again, have you met anyone famous to you?
Yeah. I think the main ones would be probably supporting. So when they come to Australia and tour, being an opening act and getting to chill with them. I think that would be Tech Nine, obviously Hobson. I ended up after that first time with Hobson, he came back the next year, same thing. This time he did a lunchtime cipher, put my hand up, jumped up again, came back the third year, same thing. This time it was with 360, 2,000 people. 360 was a big Aussie rapper. And same thing. So 3 years in a row, got to jump up with Hobson. But then shit went down with his ex, and he's not allowed to come back to Australia. So that kind of sucks. But aside from that, I think probably the main one would be came across Rob Van Dam when he was in the parking lot before an indie show. It was like, hey, dude, I'd love to burn one with you. So we got to smoke a J with RVD. Again, that's like a top 5 influence, especially in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
absolute legend. As with my homie
That's
Weezeworth, we were just
crazy.
fucking, yeah, we were fucking so stoked. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's a new one. I don't think nobody said Rob Van Dam, baby. Uh, okay. What's your favorite color?
Shit. Probably orange because that's what I am, and I guess like Halloween. So that's probably the natural fucking. What about you?
Mine's red. It'd be like red, black, and purple if I had to list the top three on the spot.
Dope, dope. I
So
think
that's what's
maybe
up.
these colors, fucking, that's my kind of shit.
Those look kind of cool though. I'm weird about
Yeah,
green. So like green on designs and stuff, that's what's up. But like for me to like wear, and I have to wear green shirts for work, mind you. But like just solid green colors, I don't like them on me. But on like design and stuff, and I smoke it obviously. But I
bet.
don't know. Green's just not my color palette.
Yeah. Hey, each
Um,
different cats, different flavors.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay, what is your favorite wild type and domesticated animal?
Shit. Wild type. I mean, I always fucking loved the sloth, man, just because they just seemed like cool dudes. And back in the day, they were fucking huge. And then over time, they just got like way smaller, evolution, devolution. They're just chilling in the trees. So I guess that would be it. And honestly, man, kangaroos are fucking crazy. Like it's an Australian emblem, but they have no natural predators. They outnumber humans, some staggering number. I think there's 50 million in Australia, and there's 30 million people. So again, they're massive. They're staunch. They kind of fight like martial artists. They have
And they would
tricks. They
whoop
can
your
punch you.
ass in a fight, bruh.
Yeah,
That
dude.
whole
Yeah,
100 men versus one gorilla or some shit.
yeah.
No, you couldn't one on one no kangaroo, never.
Yeah, much less like
Those
Marvel.
dudes
So
are
imagine, okay, you got
beasts,
100
bro.
dudes versus 200 kangaroos. That's some shit. Like they drag the dogs into waters and shit and drown them. Like they're crazy animals, just pure lean muscle. So yeah, they're very unique. Yeah. What about you?
That's a solid ass answer. So mine, domesticated at home, I would prefer dogs, pit bulls specifically, but we do have a wolf husky mix. And I also own snakes and fish and yada yada. I have some cats too. They're tailless, but definitely a dog. And then my wild animal is a white tiger because they're not supposed to exist, and they'll lure you in and they'll kill you. That's
Oh,
it. They're beautiful and they'll fucking kill you. Like they ain't playing around. They're not your friend. They
yeah,
pretend to purr at you, but given the opportunity, because that's what they're supposed to do. Kind of
yeah,
like your kangaroo would jack you up, bruh.
yeah. Yeah, they wait in the water and then they'll come in and just try to fucking drown you in or impale your insides with their
However,
the talons.
and maybe there's a difference with zoo raised like captivity kangaroos, because like here at a Cincinnati Zoo in Ohio, you can literally walk through a kangaroo exhibit and there's, I don't know, 15, 20 kangaroos around you. They don't want none of this. They just like, bruh. And then they go on. That was the first time I done it. Maybe there's been some accidents, but yeah, they just say don't try to touch them. I know, but it's kind of cool just walking through and watching them half-ass be normal or
Yeah,
themselves, I guess. So you get to see that for
crazy.
real, just out in the
Yeah.
wild. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
everywhere. There's just like, oh, yeah, like they're just original looking creatures. A lot of things in Australia, I guess, because we sectioned off from the rest of Asia, however long ago. And yeah, it just has its
Right.
own unique set of flora and fauna.
All right, I gotta ask you. I'm curious. What type of music did your parents listen to? And do you think
Uh,
it affected the type of music that you listen to and make?
well, for my mom, like her favorite artist was David Bowie. So his experimentation was probably a subconscious influence. For my dad, it was like the Beatles, Mamas and Papas, probably like 60s, early 70s, alternative rock, I guess. Um,
Hair bands?
Yeah, thankfully not. Like I feel like I would have fucking rebelled against that a bit, even though I know it's what it is to get laid, and so I can't really hate on that because it was the early '80s, dudes doing their thing, and 80% of the audience
Right.
is chicks. Like, okay, I see it for what it is, you know, like they're partying, they're having a good time. So,
Right. Right.
but yeah, maybe David Bowie was probably the standout artist. Led Zeppelin as well. And I guess when I was first getting into 420, every dude has they go on a path like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. You're just going through this classic music that still holds up
Oh
today.
man, you just said so much awesome guitar work. It's crazy. Just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, good for long drives, good if you're tripping or you're going for a long walk. Like
Yeah.
it's nice stuff for sure. What about you?
Absolutely. So believe it or not, my mom, she was a Christian and listened to like country and classic rock and stuff. Like my mom liked REO Speedwagon and kind of rubbed off on me with like the Meatloaf and Guns N' Roses
Yep.
and stuff like that. My mom absolutely despised rap or hip hop or
Yeah.
pop, and dang sure did not like ICP. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
But okay, so if it was a long night coming home, she would let me play my music just to stay awake. She'd be like, "All right, Sean, you can turn your music on the radio." And I know it was just because it annoyed her, so it helped keep her awake or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, even
Yeah.
now, like
Yeah.
she accepts it didn't change. I should ask you this question, and I haven't, but I'm just gonna give you my little testimony. I discovered ICP at the age of 12, 13. My cousin Lindsay actually came to live with us, and he had his hair spider braided. He's wearing a
Yep.
great Malenko jersey, and I swear he was bumping the Riddle box. Okay, and I'm like, what in the fuck? This is weird. I like it, and it was a wrap from there, man. That was the
Yeah.
history, and my mom, she just couldn't take that away from me. So yeah, that's pretty much my testimony of finding ICP and discovering that I too was a juggalo, a weird misfit that didn't fit in nowhere. So yeah, it was
Fuck yeah.
beautiful. So I got to ask though. I mean, if they're still with you or
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
do your parents do they support your music though? Do they have any thoughts or opinions on it?
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't go through my whole discography because there's definitely tracks that they'll be like, "What the fuck," you know. But yeah, they've been supportive. And when East Coast Alien and I went on tour with Butterfingers, who are a legendary Aussie band and kind of one of the pioneers of Australian hip hop as a band, we did the tour. The tour ended in my hometown. We played a sold out show. My parents were there. My sisters were there. So it was cool to see them, see me doing that on that kind of level, because I'm sure it's concerning to them that you're pursuing music and you're pretty heavy on the 420, which neither of them are really, you know, from a different era. So it's like, it's fair enough. Um, but yeah, they're supportive. And so I just try to, you know, make responsible decisions. So I'm like, okay, they support me. Let's fucking keep your shit together, you know?
Is weed legal there?
Not recreationally, but medicinal has come in the last couple of years. The only place that is, I think, recreationally is Canberra, which is like the Washington, D.C. equivalent. And that's probably because of the politicians, you know, that is covering their own asses type thing. There's
Right.
still a bit of blowback and still it's marijuana and all these little hit pieces on the news and dismissive, but it's going to be a massive industry in Australia. And it's just coming up
Well,
slowly.
right
It's
on
probably,
fair, bro. Once they
yeah,
get to go, it's so hot there, right? Ain't it like hot as
yeah,
shit and humid? You got, I
yeah,
mean, you don't want to use salt water to grow, but I'm just saying, there. I feel like the climate's actually pretty nice for growing some
definitely.
stuff year round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Two
here,
places.
we
Yeah.
get fucking ice for 4 months out of the year. You know, unless you're down
Yeah.
south.
There's three
So
states in particular, Western Australia, Tasmania, and New South Wales, that are probably good for growing cannabis. So there's three main hubs, and there is a big counterculture here in Australia. It's just not accepted by the mainstream, which, you know, maybe it's like the equivalent to early 90s Los Angeles or California, where there is a movement happening.
right.
and the people in power are concerned about their profits being cut into alcohol, big pharma, stuff like that. But that's going to erode over time. It's just the last kind of grip of prohibition is
Do
happening
they
right now.
allow do they allow THCA products or Delta 9 or
I
the
think I
fake
don't think they've.
weed?
Yeah, when we're in America, we were told to stay away from the Delta 9 and stuff like that, and these kind of like offshoots of the original. I think for now it's just THC CBD for medicinal anyway. But I know once that market opens up, it is going to be flooded with the the knockoff versions, which I don't want to fuck with at all because
Right.
I've heard it's just profits, minimizing the effectiveness of it in the name of profit. Which fuck that.
Right, right. No, I get it. Sometimes I have to. I get it. Like this is one of those THCA. It also has a percentage of THC, like 0.009 or something or another. But I have heard some of the crazy shit that happens, and I'm very careful with which ones I get and where I go to. And I mean, so the state that I live in, it is not legal, but I'm surrounded by legal states, and I can get to those states in less than 20 minutes. So
Okay, good.
do with
Where
that
where do
as
you
you will.
where do you
I
live, if
live
you don't mind me asking?
I live in Indiana on the Ohio
Okay.
border, so in a town called Connorsville. I don't care. I'll put it out there publicly. Somebody want to come at me? Come on, try me, motherfucker. No, anyways, but it's like so a big location that people know is like Cincinnati, Ohio, or Columbus, Ohio, or
Yep.
Dayton, Ohio. Those cities are only an hour to an hour and a half 2 hours tops at certain
Nice.
locations or
Yeah.
whatever. And then like from here, the biggest city is like Indianapolis or Richmond, Indiana. So
Yeah. I know that
somebody
Ohio is
Kyle
recreationally.
Kayla said, "Come on." I don't even know who you are, but come on, Kyle Kayla.
Yeah.
That's
Ohio
awesome.
is recreationally legal, hey? Like it's all good there. The
Yeah.
whole state of Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's where the baby
And then
springs from.
Michigan, and then Illinois, and then what's I don't think Kentucky is yet. Maybe they are. That's what surrounds us. So you have Ohio, and then above us is Michigan, and
Yeah.
then well to the left of us is Illinois. No, is Illinois, and then to the bottom of us is it's like Kentucky, Ohio. I don't know. It meets to be at the bottom of Indiana. So like
Yes.
all states around us is legal. We're just not.
They're dragging their
But
feet. They're doing the Australia type thing. Where it's like, oh
yeah,
no,
yeah,
even though
yeah.
there's huge
There's
benefits across
yeah,
the
but
board.
see, I mean, that's crazy. I would think us. I don't know. I guess every country is different in progression, but like I mean, there's fucking 23 or 20 some odd states that are legal here now. So not all of us are, but like
Yeah.
half the country is or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Well, hoping
alrighty, enough about enough about smoke. Nah, I don't care. I don't mind. Do you have any siblings?
yeah, I got two older sisters. And they're cool. Like they know I love ICP and shit. Like they would have seen me as a teen, like posters fucking covered across the walls and that. They're both still in Perth, so other side of the country. But yeah, they're cool. Shout
All
out to
right, all
everyone.
right. Listen, if anybody is in this chat right now, still watching or something, and you got any questions that you really want to ask this man, real quick, please get them in. He told us we are going to try to keep it right around that 45 minute to an hour mark just to keep it fresh, keep it a mystery. Maybe we'll get him back on after the gathering, you know what I'm saying? And
At the
ask
gathering,
him
man.
some
Let's
more
fucking do
little
it.
questions, ask him how
Yes.
his time went, and so on and so forth. So if you have any questions, get them in. I'm going to ask, look, man, I got one good question here, and I got another one in my head that my old lady always likes me to ask. And I think you'll
Yeah.
have an interesting answer for it. And then I have these game questions that we could go through. They only take 10 minutes. It's just an assortment of either ors, and then we
Yeah.
can cut it right there if you
Easy.
want, and that'll be a wrap. Okay, so the
Yeah.
first question is if you could be a future or yeah, a futuristic, a fantasy. What? Nicole, how does this question go? If you could be an animal or like a fictional character, what would you be? Like a unicorn or something of that kind of nature? When I answer this question, obviously I resort back to my favorite animal, which is like a tiger or a dog, and she's actually drew me as this. Let me give you a little back history on it. My old lady does digital art. She draws for furries and all kinds of other people, and she does all kinds of cool stuff. She drew Ouija. I don't know if you know who Ouija Mac is, as a
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
chibi taking a bath in blood, and he shared it all over his socials. That was really cool. You know what I'm saying? And she's really good at what she does. But then, so yeah, she'll ask this question. And I answered with a dog or a tiger, and she drew me as that. The thing she hasn't done though is like my fictional character I picked as a gargoyle, like the cartoon show from the '90s or whatever. I don't know if you guys had that in Australia or not.
Which
They
show was
little
that? It just cut
stone
out.
characters. No, it was a '90s cartoon, gargoyles.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The
The
main one was
stoned
like
little
blue and
creature
shit.
dudes.
Yeah, I had the
Yeah,
figurines
yeah,
as a
blue
kid.
and red.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
So
that's a
yeah,
good
I
one.
said I'd be them. But the question is for
Shit.
you: if you could be an animal
Well,
or a fictional
yeah,
character or something, what would you be?
I guess I was thinking of maybe something with wings because it would be good just to travel and shit. So, gargoyles would make sense. Maybe one of the Gorgonites from fucking Small Soldiers, like a little mythical with a bit of power,
Ooh,
fucking representing.
yeah.
Yeah, they're probably the main two. Like, honestly, yeah, being able to fly, I think that's a big appeal. So I was just thinking like eagles and shit, but gargoyles probably more enjoyable. Aside from the sunlight comes, so then they go back into their fucking frozen state, like a vampire without death, which is still dope.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, shit.
absolutely. Fair enough. All right. The next question I have for you, or we'll say it's the last straightforward question. Kyle and Kayla, I really don't know who you are, but if you got a question for this man, go ahead and ask. But otherwise, the last one main question will be who or what came up with your stage name, and do you have an identifiable logo that is you? So rather it's on a shirt, a hat, or whatever, it is most definitely Bluntfield. And in that case, how did you come up with that, or who created that, or that idea? So again, your stage name, how did you come up
Yeah,
with Bluntfield? And then if you got a logo or something like that.
yeah, sweet. So Bluntfield is a play on my last name, which is Burnfield, which is Scottish. So my dad's from Scotland, but both my mom and my dad moved to Australia when they were young. So Burnfield being the original last name, Bluntfield being a nice little sling that I want to be blunt and honest in the field I'm in, which is the genre of hip hop. So being blunt, while also at the same time having a visual of a field full of blunts that you can fucking hit, which I thought would be pretty cool. Logo wise, I run Mad Fap, so I got the little logo here. That was done by my homie Daniel. So he drew it up in 2015. So we've been rocking that since. Slapping stickers around the world. So there'd probably be about 6,000, 7,000 Mad Fap slaps from fucking Australia, Canada, America, Amsterdam, Italy. Like anywhere we've traveled, we've just been slapping them everywhere. So yeah, that's the Mad Fap. And there's a whole bunch there. And maybe logo wise for Bluntfield might be this little bong mat. Just that one
Ooh.
there, which is another. Yeah, I like to use humans, not AI art. Like never really going to go that route.
Listen,
So
you
yeah,
bringing some of those to the gathering, because I got a
yeah,
sticker board here, and I'm sure it would cost way more to send a sticker from
yeah,
Australia than to just bring it. Which I don't know what you're
yeah,
limited to carry. I don't know about all of that kind of stuff or whatever, but I
yeah.
assume you're gonna bring some kind of
Oh
merch or
yeah,
promotion or whatever, and
yeah,
stickers would be easy. Midnight and Yummy, whoop whoop. He's performing at the gathering
yeah.
too.
That's right, Mad Max.
I
Whoop whoop.
appreciate you
Checking them out.
rolling through, homie.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be bringing stickers. Yeah, bong mats, a couple shirts, but there's fuck all in stock, and I've tried to order some for the gathering. I don't think it's going to land here in Australia before I go, so I'll have maybe like a literal handful of shirts, but I'll be handing out a bunch of stickers and some bong mats. And yeah, just keen for a
That's
fucking awesome
dope.
time.
I'm gonna be broke this year, but I'll take a
Yeah.
sticker. I don't know. Maybe I got $1 on it or something. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah, they're
you
free, bro.
charge
I'll
for
just
them.
hand them out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fuck yeah.
what's up. All right, man. Just so we can keep it fresh and get you out of here, let's, if you don't mind, let's just run real quick through these little like either ors. I'm just gonna ask one or the other. Like the
Yep.
first one is gonna be Twix or Reese's, and then you'll choose one of those, and then we'll just go through the list real quick. And then once
Yep.
I finish those, I'll give you a minute to do an outro, a shout out, or something like that if you want. And I got a closing statement that I always say, and we're done. I really do
Great.
appreciate your time and efforts. I know this was weird. We were scheduled to go at 11. You thought it was yesterday. That was my fault. I thought we
Yeah.
meant for today for tomorrow. 8 hour time difference. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but we made it happen, and I appreciate you.
Yeah. Appreciate it too, man. Cheers.
All right. So without further ado, Twix or Reese's?
Twix. Twix is my jam. You got
Um,
two of them. You can fucking space it out. You can take one for now, one for later. I like those little Easter eggs, especially when you're baked.
yeah, boy. All right. Summer or winter? Or wait, do you have winter there?
Yeah, yeah, but it's like we don't get snow. Like there might be a few pockets in the whole country that might get a small amount of snow, but it's just cold and rainy. So for me, summer, I fucking love the beach. Even though I'm ginger, the beach is my fucking jam. It's nature's therapy. Fucking yeah, summer.
He said, put some sun tanning lotion or sunburn, whatever,
Oh,
repel. I'm
thing,
good.
bro. Fuck
That's
the sunscreens, man. Like they're poison. Like all the cheap ones they have it. Like that shit is literal cancer causing. You want to go with zinc, especially if you got
crazy.
fucking yeah, some shit.
Okay, okay, yeah. Um, the day or night?
Ooh. I guess night. I gravitate towards night. I feel like I get more shit done creatively at night, though I do enjoy the day as well. But yeah, probably a night owl, I guess, by default.
That's me. I fucking hate mornings, bro. Unless I have to be up, I'm not gonna be up. Right now, you being up early in the morning, nope, forget that. I mean, for this, it'd be different, but you know. Uh, truck or car?
I mean, a truck would be good. I've never owned a proper truck, but just in terms of being able to travel and shit, that would be dope. But I've only ever had cars, so
Okay,
yeah.
all right. You're taking your sweetheart out on a date. Are you going for a movie night, roller skating, or you can substitute something if there's something different y'all do there that we don't do here? Because I'm open minded. But otherwise,
I
you're
mean,
taking your
yeah.
sweetheart on a date. You're going for a movie night or roller skating.
I guess maybe a horror flick would be cool, but if I had the chance, I'd just take it to a comedy gig. So I feel like that's a good icebreaker for dates. If it's good, then you're fucking pumped up and you laugh. If it's fucking like awful, you got some shit to talk about and just like you just don't sit in the front row. That's the
Right.
golden rule of comedy shows, especially when you're getting fucking roasted. It's like sit at the back, you know?
Yeah. Listen, that's what's up. That's a good date. I can see me and my old lady, but we've been together for a minute now. But I could see us going to a comedy show. In fact, we've talked about wanting to go see a few people or whatever. And
Yeah.
she would make me sit up front so I could get roasted on purpose. Like
Yeah.
she'd be like,
Yeah. Some people like that. Not me. I'm good. I'll sit in the
I'd
back
be
and
all
I'll just
mad too, boy. Like, shut
yeah.
up. It was her fault. No. Yeah.
Fuck
All
yeah.
right. That's cool. Um, Pizza or pasta?
Pizza. Fucking grew up on Ninja Turtles and shit. Pizza's my jam. Chicken pizza, meat pizza, vegetarian pizza. Fucking, it's endless. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Good shit.
Absolutely. And the bread is a little more fulfilling. So, yeah. Good shit. Okay. The next one's for your fans. Which are you most active on, Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram for sure. I think that's the
Are,
best for artists. And music wise, it'd be Spotify. So although Bandcamp, I guess if you want to support the artist directly, because Spotify is fucking not taking care of their artists at all. And the new shit that they're doing with the AI playlist, like they're literally taking profits away from independent artists based off their bots that they're running, which is fucking pretty fucking evil. And that's just happened in the last couple months. So yeah, but most people take
that's
Spotify anyway.
crazy.
So yeah, listen to music on Spotify, but support maybe through Bandcamp. That's probably the best way to go.
Okay. Yeah, because I really do be listening. Spotify is my go-to. It's just that
Yeah,
convenient, and it plays in the background. You can just go
yeah,
on about your shit. So it is kind of convenient that way. That sucks. I know that the payout ain't really right. Like 2,000 for some $20. Or it's crazy
yeah.
what I heard. I don't know. I don't make music, so but
Man, I'm pretty
okay, fair
sure.
enough.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
can
I'm pretty sure it's like 10,000 streams will get $30. So that's pretty
really.
like yeah,
That's weak.
yeah,
That should at least be like five every 5,000 or something.
yeah,
That's man.
pretty fucked.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And then I was gonna say TikTok or Twitter or X, if you're even on
Um,
those.
I mean, yeah, I'm on them, but I mean, I remember when I was posting clips on TikTok, I got banned pretty quick from the 420 kind of content, so I was like, fuck it. Um, and I guess yeah, Twitter's more uncensored, so I like that. Like they show titties and shit, and you know, you can say what you want, you're not going to get flagged. So I guess Twitter, but Instagram would probably be the main one I'm on, social
All
media
right.
wise.
Yeah. Pepsi or Coca Cola? And I could say products, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, Pepsi. I'd say Pepsi. I used to like smash Pepsi Max back in the day. Not drinking too much sodas anymore. Like only maybe if I'm mixing it with like whiskey or rum, that might be my like
Yeah.
my mixed drink kind of combo. But yeah, yeah, Pepsi
What
would have to
about
go.
what about Fago?
I'll fucking do Fago at the gathering, but high fructose corn syrup linked to fucking diabetes, fucking headaches, all kinds of shit. And I'm like, I wish Fago would take that out of their fucking ingredients because that's one of the main ones. Um, but yeah, I guess Moon Mist
But then it
and
probably
fucking
wouldn't be as good for flying all over. That syrup and whatever,
with
all that
theatrics,
bad
yeah,
stuff is what makes it fly, baby.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
That's
There's a lot of ingredients that are kind of fucking people up that are just
have you ever
put
had
in so
have
much
you ever
shit.
had a Fago shower yet? Like have you had Fago
I've been
poured on you?
I've been like sprayed during ICP set, you know, when they played in
Okay,
2013 and
yeah, yeah.
we caught them in Nashville last year, so that was October and I was maybe 7, 8 rows back. So getting hit with that, but I feel like the gathering will be absolute next level with that. So I'm gonna bring some
Oh
spare
man,
clothes
it's
except I'm gonna get fucking drenched.
yeah, yeah, definitely pack. Like you wouldn't think you would need to, but technically, I try to pack as many shorts as possible and
Yeah,
almost as many of like pants. And then I half the time I'm not even gonna wear a fucking shirt because it's just hot. It's
yeah,
hot. It's hot. It's hot. But there comes that point where then you want a shirt and a hoodie, even when it's hot, because you just got soaked with all kinds of fucking Fago and whatnot. Now you got to walk all the way back across camp, or maybe not. The wind's blowing. The night it gets a little chilly, so keep that in mind when you're
yeah.
packing your attire. You might bring a windbreaker or something, or you might regret it.
Yeah, so you reckon maybe 2 outfits a day, like one for the day, one for the night
Yep,
each day?
yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
But it just depends how like busy you are. So like obviously you don't. It's not gross to just wear one outfit a day. But you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like the event change or whatever.
yeah,
If you did in fact get soaked, it's nice to be prepared to be able to have that ability. And some people just like to show off their gear, man. So yeah, one
yeah,
half of the day I'm rocking this. The next half I'm face painted up and I'm rocking this. I'm
yeah,
going to the Ouija set. I better be wearing something chapter 17, or you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fun, man. That's the greatest thing about it. You have the freedom to do and be whatever the hell you want to do and be. It's pure unadulterated freedom because everybody else is doing and being whatever they want to do and be because they don't care about what you're doing and being not in the most respectful way possible. It
yeah.
doesn't matter. They're doing what they want to do, and so it's just a beautiful thing. It's so
Fuck yeah.
beautiful.
That is.
But yeah, that's actually probably a good idea if you have the attire for it and you can bring that along with you luggage wise and it ain't
Yeah.
costing you an arm and a leg. dude, I bring my own toilet paper to the gathering because
Yeah.
there might be that moment that you go to that porta john and there ain't no damn toilet paper in it. Normally, I wake up in the morning, go handle my business bright and early, and I catch the truck there. But there's been a time midday that, well, obviously the truck ain't there, and yeah, it's out. And I was glad I had my own freaking toilet paper with me. So,
Yeah.
there's just little things like that. Bring a towel for no reason at all, just to have there, and just
Yeah. I've read
extra shit.
like bring more socks than you fucking think you'll need as well, because the socks are
Oh
gonna
yeah,
start disappearing back after
sweating
everything.
or just
Yeah.
liquid, or you just your socks can become other thing. You just whatever. You never know. Get a clean
Yeah.
pair of socks. Use that as your night mask to cover your eyes. I mean, you can do all
Yeah, I get
kinds
the
of
snap. Yeah.
stuff. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good time. I'm excited that it's your first time. That's
Oh man.
I met a handful of first timers my first year, but like a lot of people knew me because of the YouTube or whatever, and I just got a big mouth. People know my mouth or whatever, but it was a great experience, and I know this time's gonna be just as great. I don't know that anything ever will compare to the first one completely, but it's the legendary. So the fact
Yeah.
that your first time is the legendary is crazy. And here I am rambling on the questions. My fault.
I'm
I
so
can't
fucking
wait.
pumped.
We're fucking right there.
Yeah.
God, we're so close. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Pie or cake? Pie or cake?
Maybe cake. I love fucking chocolate cake, man. That's a jam. It's always fucking good.
All
Hot
right.
cake, fucking yeah, triple chocolate cake, donut cake, fucking all that good shit.
Absolutely. Um. Okay. So you're forced to choose. You don't have a choice. You either have to make a 3 mile walk in the rain. See, this seems like because it's hot all the time there, right? It's practically a desert. At any rate, this for Americans is a hard question. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. But you either got to make a 3 mile walk in the rain, or you got to make a 5 mile walk in the desert, provided water in a couple shade spots so you don't dehydrate.
Fuck. They're both sounds like a pretty bad time. I think. I mean, the rain wise, have you got like a fucking like a raincoat, or are you just raw dogging water?
Nope, nope. You're just in clothes. You're getting soaked. That's kind of the
Fuck.
point. It makes it the
Yeah.
difference of the 2 miles.
I mean, I guess I'd walk in the rain, but that you're guaranteed to get sick. And same with the desert, you're probably going to get a heat stroke. So both of those options, you're fucked either way, right?
Well, I mean, nobody looked at it like that. You're gonna make it to the finish line. I don't think you ain't never had to just walk in the rain. I guess 3 miles is quite a bit. You could
Yeah.
potentially get
I don't
sick.
mind walking in the rain. Like even you have something covering your headphones. It's like you're in a fucking cinematic. You're in your own thing. You can fucking
Right.
reflect on shit. Um, just getting sick, like doing a mile after mile. That's like 3 miles is like 5 kilometers here. That's a fair
Yeah.
fucking slog.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Isn't it like the desert there though? Isn't your terrain
Yeah.
like
Well,
sand?
yeah. Like it would be comparable maybe to the Midwest and bits of Texas that are kind of isolated, but I think it's something like 90% of Australia's population lives around the coast of the whole country, so by the beaches, and then inland is where it's just like desolate kind of wasteland. Um,
Right.
so you don't really want to go there. Like same as like you don't want to ride out to the Nevada desert by yourself without fucking supplies because you could definitely shit could go wrong.
Right, right. That's so crazy. My dumb ass would be like, I want to go explore. I know things
Yeah,
could kill me. So what do I need? But then like that'd be the
yeah.
dumbest shit. But it'd be beautiful. Like, I don't know. Even like
Oh, it's beautiful, man, for
going out
sure.
on a vehicle probably
Yeah.
could be dangerous, I would assume.
Just wear don't go barefoot wherever you're walking. Like have good shoes. Fucking have pants that are covering your socks so spiders can't climb in through. If you have like good gear, then yeah, you'll be fucking fine. Heaps of water, a tarp. Like I heard, even for the gathering, like it gets bullshit hot during the day, so getting a tarp to protect the fucking tent from getting, blasted by sun first thing when you wake up. That's something I'm gonna hope to get from Walmart, like just a fucking tarp to put over. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Juggalo Gamers said, let's fucking gather. Yeah, that's what it
Fuck yeah.
is. I can't
Yeah.
wait. We're getting so close, like a week, two
Yeah.
weeks away, a week and a half, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're almost there,
8
baby. We're
days.
almost there.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, all right. I don't know if you have these options there, but I'm gonna ask the question anyhow. Mexican food or Chinese?
Yeah, Mexican. I fucking love burritos, enchiladas, tacos, burrito bowls. Yeah, I like shit that I can hold and then you can fucking eat like it's, like burritos are like a food on the go. You can eat it while you're driving. You can have it hungover. You can have it when you've just come home from a night out. And yeah, there's a lot of good Mexican places here. I'm sure it doesn't compare to in America, but it's still, yeah, there's a pretty big, Mexican cuisine here and shit. Burritos, yeah, hands down. That'll be my vote.
Your best dream said, pick up the poop dollars. Pick 'em up. Pick 'em up with your teeth. I ain't
God
got
damn.
teeth. Ah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Uh, pick up all the dollars. Beautiful.
Motherfucker.
Uh, um, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if we got through that, I actually made you go for an hour instead of 45 minutes. I hope that's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
I
okay.
skipped some questions, some of the little annoyance ones. Not really annoying. I got a whole book here of questions that I've filled out for just, to sit here and ramble. But I know the time
Yeah.
thing's different, and I just appreciate having this much time. So without me
Yeah.
rambling anymore, this is your moment to give shout outs to anybody or whoever, whatever
Yeah.
you may want to shout out, whoever. We are going to have all of this man's links in the description of this video. Anything he
Yep.
wants you to have, it will be put there because I'm going to get it from him as soon as this live stream ends. So do go check that out. Follow, subscribe, engage, play his music, everything, all that good stuff.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. If you want to check out any music, I made a gathering playlist of certain tracks. That's just on Bluntfield on Spotify. Playing 5:10 p.m. at the Detonation stage on the Thursday. I'll be around the campgrounds, just fucking getting lit anyway. If you've got to hook up for 420, please let me know. I know there's a few things I want to pick up. If you want to check out any other music, I'm part of the group Coneheads, which is all juggalos. It's East Coast Alien, Zombie Prepper, Biggie Talls, all of their individual stuff. I'll send the links through as well. If you want to check out any merch, Mad Fap Entertainment is the label, and I'll be bringing like a fucking bare ass amount, like just fucking, but that's all good. And yeah, come say what's up. Thanks again for having me. Bluntfield, 2 scoops, big love, much clown love. Fucking peace.
Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Man, I like to end my streams the same way every time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that out of the way. But firstly, I want to say thank you, and then I want to say tell somebody that you love them because you don't know who needs to hear that, and it could be you that changes their way of thinking, the way they process what they're going through. They may be overlooking something that you may have an answer to and can help them through it. When I was 19 and homeless, didn't nobody think or know I was homeless. They just thought I was a dirty kid sitting on a park bench. Nobody was like, hey, I can't give you no money, but I'll listen to you. Do you need somebody to talk to? You know what I'm saying? Life is just too short and so crazy right now. So, don't be afraid to tell somebody you love them. And if you're too macho or something for that, tell them Wiggles loves them and tell them where to find me so I can tell them myself. You know what I'm saying? Bluntfield, thank you very much. Everybody that's been in here, came through, everybody that I know is going to watch this on the replay. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Remember to please hit that like button, share it out, tell somebody you love them, tell somebody about Dreadlockjuggalo. We love you. We'll see you at the gathering. Peace. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop. See you at the fucking gathering, dude. Big love.